Oh, no.
Organizational Development Manager for the City of Corpus Christi.
Really? I don't want to watch the video. I want to go to our stream. Hey, Megan.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure.
Hi, can you hear me? Yes. So I'm trying to figure.
Let me see if I can mute this. So sorry, I know you can't see me because I don't have my camera on. Bless you. So this is what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid publishing it because I think it's a little bit of a closed session. Does that make sense? I can't see how to grab the link because I was on here earlier. I can't see how to grab the YouTube link because the link if you go to that YouTube link I sent you, you don't see anything, right?
No, it's just like all the videos you have on our page.
Yeah, but you wouldn't because I have it as unlisted. Does that make sense? Let me send you an email so you'll see. I mean, I can see it now. I have the proper link, but how do I grab this link ahead of time? Does that make sense? Like, how do I don't know if I'm making sense, Megan. How can I grab this link? Because it's not going to be this link. Because obviously this one is after this, it's done.
You're gonna mask it, yeah, right?
No, but how do I grab that link? Does that make sense? Like, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
The link that we're using now, not this one, because I know after you use it, you can't use it again, right?
The StreamYard one?
Like you'll never be able to use this link again because this is only for this broadcast. Right?
Yes.
So you're talking about the link that we'll create for Friday. How do you grab that and make it talk to YouTube?
No.
What are you saying?
So the stream, forget the StreamYard, Megan. So
Okay.
when you do streaming, or when you do live streaming on YouTube, you can make it either public, unlisted, or private.
Yes, I know.
Private means people need to log in and everything, right? We don't want that. But if you make it unlisted, it means anyone can see it, but they don't have to log in. Like anyone from anywhere without a YouTube account, with a YouTube account, like it does not matter. It's like watching city council.
Yes.
Now, except for like city council is public. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't want that. I want you to be unlisted. I want it to be where you can only see because you have the link. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But here's my issue. I was not able to grab the link before I went live. It's almost like we have to tell people, okay, wait a minute before we go live and we'll send you the link. Like, obviously that's not going to work. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out like mentally how to, I mean, unless we go live an hour, like we send them the masked link, right? And then we start the broadcast with a countdown clock. You know how they do the fancy countdown clocks that are like going live in an hour, you know? And I'll just make a countdown clock for an hour. That way, because no one's going to come on there, or at least maybe 30 minutes. No one's going to come on there 30 minutes up in advance, right? So then if it's going countdown for 30 minutes, that's fine because I've already grabbed the link. That's what I'm talking and figuring it out at the same time, Megan. That's what we're going to do. So whenever we do it, I'm going to come on super early. First of all, I'm going to change all the stuff you're seeing, education workshop, all that. And then I'm going to create this. Do you know what's funny? Okay, so this is in case you need to know. If you start a video, you can't stop it. So if I wanted to just start it and stop it, I couldn't. And you can't talk if a video is going on.
I saw that. The little sign popped up says you're muted while the video's playing.
And then the whole time I'm trying to quit out of it, and I'm like, forget it. Okay, so I had to let it just run. So what we'll do is that countdown clock will be a 30-minute countdown clock, which I think would be kind of fun. And then, you know what I'll do? Let me stop putting work on myself. Nothing. I'm doing a 30-minute countdown clock. I was gonna do like ads. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like TV. Anyway, whatever. I have no
That is
time.
actually really cool.
Yes, Megan.
Maybe think about doing it for the education one.
Yeah, we're good, Megan.
Because then you could like flash the upcoming event.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be, okay, so what would be helpful is if you sent me slides. So if you made a PowerPoint, it wouldn't even be slides. From now on, make your flyers like a PowerPoint because we're no more going to be printing them. Yeah, actually, that makes sense. Why do we always make them long now? We don't print them anymore, really. So from now on, make your flyers like a PowerPoint slide.
Well, do you know how big the standard is? What is the?
Just a PowerPoint slide, the 16 by 9.
Widescreen, right?
Well, you would make it instead of portrait, it's just landscape.
Okay.
So like on paper, when you print, it would be the same piece of paper, just the other way around. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then when you do it on PowerPoint, we're not printing anymore is the point. So you just make a PowerPoint slide, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And then, so for this thing, I'll do the whole production thing properly, like when they're presenting. Like you see how I'm switching it up? The only thing I don't like is, let me remove myself. Click the wrong one. Well, let's see. So when I removed myself, you didn't hear me, did you?
No.
Yeah.
If you're saying something, I can't hear it. Still can't hear you.
Yeah, I don't know why that's going on. Okay, but let me see if I did this. Can you hear me now still?
I can.
Oh, and look, I can see you only. Can you see yourself only?
Yep, I only see me. What'd you do? You figured it out?
Oh my gosh, Megan, just by accident. Like, okay, so there's these little people on the very bottom next to you.
Probably not next to me.
Or you probably can't see it on your end.
Yeah.
But there's a little human, like profile picture person, like a little bubble person. Mm-hmm. And I clicked it by accident. How funny is this? Okay, so I figured it out. If I need to pull you in, I just do that.
Very cool.
The other thing I don't like is if I want a PowerPoint and it's you only. It didn't let me do that with the anyway, it doesn't matter. All I know is it works sort of-ish. Okay, so now I'm going to there was something else I wanted to test. Nothing. I think that's it. What do I need to send you?
The link that they're going to use to go straight to
StreamYard. Okay. Right now, what are they using? Because we're just going to use the same link. I just need to go in there and know to mask it.
It is. I will find it for you because I just had it up.
Okay. And then I'll just know to 30 minutes before or like whatever, 45 minutes before. I need to go in there and change the redirect. So I need to add that to my calendar.
I have like all these links up. The writing one, the education one.
Did I send you the I know. That's why, remember when we talked about I random putting them in the spreadsheet?
Yeah.
I think that's going to be helpful. Because right now I feel like we have all these meeting rooms. Can't keep track.
It is.
I even need to add the one for these commissions before I get confused with these 2. I can't even handle 2. It's like having children.
I know.
So now
brain work hard to think about which link. I put it in the chat.
Okay, so can you do me a favor? I think I sent you the link to the unlisted YouTube link. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Did that work for you?
I mean, I went to the YouTube
and you saw it on there?
I see 5 videos.
No, not the one. Sorry, not the one that I sent you in the calendar invite. The one I actually just emailed you.
Oh,
a new email with the proper link. Remember, I was trying to tell you because I thought it would show up on that live link, but no, because it's unlisted, it wouldn't.
I see this new email. I'm going to copy and paste over here. I'm going to copy. Look, there we are.
I know.
Mm,
Don't worry. No one can see us.
I paused it. How
Yeah.
do you pause? Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah, that makes sense. You can pause the live stream. You'll just be behind.
We just have to tell people that. Oh my goodness. I wish there was a way to not let people do that, actually, now that I think about it.
To pause.
Well, because they'll be behind.
It's kind of
Well,
like TV, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, can you chat, and let's see what happens at StreamYard.
It's a little delayed too, like Facebook.
Yeah. You chatted in YouTube, right?
Yes, I did.
You're hungry. Did I disappear?
Yes, you did.
I don't know why I refreshed my browser. Don't even ask me again.
I thought about doing that too, to see if it would pop up in the chat.
It did. Well, I didn't need to refresh it. As soon as I hit refresh, it came. It's just now it's delayed on both ends, I guess.
I guess live comments. That's probably why. Maybe you can only see the comments?
Let's see. Live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. This is an example.
There it is. Finally.
Oh my gosh, and look. If somebody makes a comment we like, Megan, this is epic. Isn't this awesome?
Did you do that or did it pop up by itself?
No, I did it.
Oh, cool.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
that is really
this
cool.
is going to be so awesome for Q&A.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like, you could ask people, oh my goodness, this is epic, especially because
I wonder if it does that with Facebook.
Right? Because we haven't tried that. Well, we really haven't had anyone commenting when we've only done it one time. What am I saying? Oh, I freaked out for a second. I saw 2 people are watching. Forgot it's us. Because you have it on too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're unlisted, so it doesn't matter. This is going to be awesome. Oh my goodness. So think of ways that people could put stuff in the chat and then we just show it. Like, like CNN. Oh, I feel like we're like CNN now. This is so awesome. Yeah, this is going to be really, really cool. Okay.
What if they don't have, I guess, like if they don't have an account or they're not logged in, then their little picture doesn't show up, right?
Okay, well, I will log out of my YouTube and do it on my iPad. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
How do you even log off? This is my problem too. It's like, how do you log off? Use YouTube signed out. Yep, there we go. Okay. And then I need to go to my email. Find the link I sent you. You have to sign in to chat. Do you think that'll be a problem?
No, not necessarily, I guess. But at the same time, they were pretty chatty. They did use the chat box a lot, like at the beginning when we were saying hi. They chatted privately a lot to me to tell me like, hey, Megan, the audio's not working. And I'm like, I know, guys. I'm on the same thing. I can hear, but.
Well, I can tell you the audio is going to be great on this because there's no issues. And second, we cannot use any other platform because every other platform won't let you be hidden. You have to go public. Like if we go Facebook, we have to go public, and we don't want to.
Oh, so that's another thing. So like, if they do have questions, usually after a speaker, I'm like, okay, guys, now it's time for Q&A. Does anybody have any questions for Jamel, Mr. Stevenson? They're not going to be able to talk to me, right? They'll have to chat.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. What would be perfect is if we could invite a Zoom into StreamYard. You understand?
Yeah.
The only thing is with this thing, you can only have 6 people. Wait, hold on. You can have up to 6 people on screen at once, but maybe we can have but how many people can be on? Maybe I'm misunderstanding how it works. Maybe we can have people on, right?
Just not being seen.
We're not even streaming it. And
up to 10 people can enter the broadcast studio. So you can swap people in and out if you're doing a dynamic talk show.
Okay, forget it. Thanks, Megan.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Google. Not kidding. Yeah, see? That's not going to work. Because here was I thinking, then we're not even needing to broadcast. We could just do everything here, right? We just have to be I mean, come on. Somebody's got to have figured this out already. Right?
Yeah. I'm reading the frequently asked questions.
Yeah. I think from my perspective that this is the way to go. We just need to be creative now with how people can call. I wish there was a way for people to call in at least even, you know? Like if there was a way where, you know how the audio right now, they would, no, but because then it would be so complicated telling them, don't watch here, you know? In fact, what I'm thinking is I'm not even going to send them to this link. I'm going to send them to the embed link. If you send people to the embed link, they don't see all the other stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It makes it full screen. Copy. And then I'll send it to you and you can see it. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Are you sending it in email?
Yeah. Yeah. Just so you can click on it.
Nothing yet.
I haven't sent it. Now I've sent it. And I'm going to go to that one too for my email and see what happens. Well, since I'm on my iPad, of course, it's going to force me to use the app. But on the browser.
Here we go.
Let me see. Did it force you to do a big screen?
Yeah. I just did it.
Isn't that better? Oh, but then we lose the chat.
Yeah, I don't see a chat.
We can't win, Megan. Where can we put, like, a chat?
Unless we just tell them to make sure, like, from now till then, create a YouTube account. I mean, it's free, right?
And you would think everybody has one already.
Except for, like, probably maybe like Gabriel Anton and Mr. Rivas. You know, they're a little bit older, so sometimes they need a little bit more help with the tech, but
we can just do that ahead of time, right?
Anyone can create I mean, like, you can register for something. I'm sure they'll be fine.
And then hopefully they'll be leaders in lead and realize that we're doing the best we can. And so they can be creative with it. And just not creative, but like in terms of be understanding that we're trying to give them a good experience, and they just also have to be flexible because we can't meet, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just tell them to make sure that they have a YouTube account and that they're signed on that they verify that they're signed on after they've clicked the link.
Mm-hmm. I wish there was a way for them to talk, though. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about Zoom is they get to ask their own questions to the presenter.
Maybe that's what we need to do. And I just need to go just get permission.
And then I guess, like, I mean, there doesn't necessarily have to be all that.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to Google StreamYard and
But it's like
Zoom
you
at the
said,
same time. Mm-hmm.
you go high tech, you lose high touch.
Mm-hmm. But you've done a meeting before with the one we did last month was with Zoom, right?
Yes.
So they had an experience with that, and then we'll flip to this, and they're gonna miss the talking. I think. I would. I like talking. It's just me, I guess. Well, not that I like talking. I guess my point is, I like it when people can talk. Does that make sense?
They
as the presenter.
Were all, catching up at the beginning.
Right. Yeah. It makes a difference. Otherwise, it feels like you're watching TV in your house by yourself. Okay, I can just ask Yvonne for permission. And then if like IT doesn't allow or whatever, then we got to use this.
But you got to think about what you're doing too. Like if she says no, then that means no forever, probably for all our other stuff.
I know.
There's nothing else like Zoom besides WebEx?
Nope.
Should we create a call-in number?
So that's what I was thinking. I was thinking if we use a conference call number, because that's why I was trying to look up how to pull a Zoom into this. Because we could have, Zoom can be a conference call number, right? It doesn't have to, people don't need to know it's a Zoom. They just think they're calling in. Does that make sense? And then when they call in, but see, the problem is they'll be hearing the audio
twice, once on their phone and once on the computer.
Like the tech for if people, like, I'm already confused a little bit, and I'm pretty tech savvy, so I can only imagine everyone else. And there's no other platform for broadcasting. They've got to have a way to figure this out, because this doesn't make sense why you can't pull in your people when they want to talk. Why did they make it that way? Now I'm mad at them. I'm mad at StreamYard after I just discovered them.
Well, what's the limitation on the program or the technology that you can only have 10 people?
I don't know. Not sure. And I don't know, you probably said in the FAQ, it's not anywhere on pricing. Like, I was thinking, if it just costs more, then we'll pay more. You know what I mean? But it's not got nothing to do with the pricing. It says unlimited streaming. Gosh, how can we do this? Q&A.
I'm Googling add more people to StreamYard. I don't know.
Because you can't even call in to this. Does that make sense? That's the problem too. Like, because otherwise I would use my phone to call in, and then everybody would call in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it doesn't let you. All this because we want to use Zoom.
Well, I mean, it does make a big difference.
Yeah. Then, okay, so there's two things going on here. With this, we have such fanfare, if that makes sense. The comments can be popped in and all this. We lose the people talking.
Yeah. I guess it's just if you want to make that sacrifice or not.
Okay, so can I tell you one thing that my family and I do, and we're just talking so we can figure it out, okay?
Yeah.
So on WhatsApp, there's a way, and I'm not saying this is what we're using. I'm just telling you so we can see how to things like that. You can send audio messages to each other. So like my mom will send me like an audio message. I mean, it started off really silly and now it's like real. Like it's better than texting. Does that make sense?
Yes, because you can hear the way the person's saying it.
Yes, and it's faster, Yeah, just hold the button down, you say what you got to say, you let go, it sends, right? What if we set up, and I'm not saying WhatsApp, I'm just saying what if we set up a way where they can, if they have we can take in the questions as video messages, as audio messages. No, that's silly, right? And then, because if I'm here, I could just play it. Does that make sense? Like, hey, Megan, we have a question from so-and-so, and I'll just hit play. And it'll be them talking. But then that's just kind of like the same thing as them typing in and me reading it. It's just that we just didn't hear their voice.
Yeah.
The whole point is them talking to each other too, right? In between speakers. Yeah. So I think I'm just going to need to ask. We're good.
Or HR can present at a later month.
No, I think it's fine. Because I really, no, let's just keep it on the same schedule. I can't see why not. Does that make sense?
Makes sense to us.
I mean, and I can see how it's not for everyone, right? Just like the stuff we use, not everyone's using it, But we need it because it's a little bit, training is different than meetings,
Yes, definitely different, like
big
time different. It's not like if you miss something in a meeting, well, I mean, you can just go ask later. But if you miss something in a training, then it's a big old hoopla.
Yeah, and then it affects the survey results.
Yes, that's a big deal. It's the experience. It's like you said, it's the experience. Like if people didn't have a good experience, then they're not going to come back for more virtual training. And that's the only way that we're offering training right now.
Yeah. And it's going to continue. In fact, my whole thing with this is that this is how I'm hoping that we can do everything moving forward like this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The only thing is,
that's the biggest point is that if people don't have a good experience and the audio's messed up and people are like choppy, and then they're not going to want to come back again for more.
And then did you do breakout sessions last time?
No.
Okay.
No.
Because that's another functionality that if we went back
we
can do breakouts. We can tell everybody to get into a breakout for 5 minutes while the presenter is getting ready. Because then you just keep the presenter in the room. That's what they were doing when I did that one Gallup training. When they were getting ready, they would send us all into breakout rooms. And I knew it was because they wanted to be the only ones in there. Because then when we came back, everything was like a new PowerPoint was up. Everything was different.
That's kind of cool, yeah.
So clearly they had done it before. They were like such a well-oiled machine. Then that's what we're going to do. If big companies like that are using it, then obviously there's no better way. I just feel bad because we're missing on
all the nice stuff.
No more fun stuff. Yes. I think people would have loved this stuff.
I think so too.
Yeah. Gosh. I mean, if there was a way to merge these two companies, could one buy the other? We can't do it on Zoom, can we?
What are you talking about?
Adding comments to the screen? No.
Unless you do a PowerPoint and you're like super fast.
No, forget it. Okay. Forget it. Let me just go ask. I think it'll be fine. Okay.
Okay.
Bye.